Tiffany here of Tiffany Cosplay, and on today's video I'm going to be showing you how I painted Maka's Scythe Soul Evans from the anime Soul Eater. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And if you missed the first video of how I made the scythe, make sure to watch that video as well. Link in the description. And for this video, I'm going to be using Plastidip for priming, masking tape and paper, as well as an airbrush gun, compressor, airbrush paint, and sealer. And I'll have links to all of these products as well in the description. After making the scythe, the first thing I like to do is use Plastidip. This is a rubber spray paint that I spray on all sides of the scythe, and I do 3 heavy coats. This is priming the surface of our EVA foam, getting ready to paint. And for airbrush painting, I'm going to be using my Iwata Eclipse airbrush gun, as well as the Createx Color Wicked Color airbrush paint line. Starting off by painting the bottom triangle part of the blade with Wicked Crimson. And once that was dry, I then masked off that section with masking tape and paper. A little trick with the masking tape is to put it on your pant legs before putting it onto the surface of your painted piece. This way it does not stick and does not remove any of your paint. The next color is going to be Jet Black, and I did this covering the rest of the scythe, including the blade, the eyeball face part, as well as the handle. And you might be thinking, we're painting some of these parts that are not supposed to be black. Well, we're doing the black as a base coat for the rest of our pieces. And once that was dry, I then masked off the rest of the blade part because this was black, as well as the downward facing triangles and then the eyeball outline pieces. The next color I used was Wicked Opaque Cream. This is going to be used for the outer center part of the eyeball, and I used a paper towel to help with any of the paint mist going to other sections I don't want it to touch. Next, I got back out the Wicked Crimson color, and for this one I ended up just putting some paint in the cap and painting it on by hand with a paintbrush. This is going to be for the inner circle part of the eyeball, and I found this was a lot easier than trying to mask off certain sections with masking tape. And when that was dry, I then masked off the rest of the eyeball. The next color I'm going to be using is the Quicksilver, and for this I applied it to the rest of the unmasked areas. This would include the top part of the eyeball and the handle. And for a little bit of dimension, I ended up going and adding some shadowing with a mixture of the Quicksilver and the Jet Black, putting it on all of the parts that come together, a little bit inside of the holes on the side and on the top of the flat screw head thing. Now to reveal the scythe, and for this I just slowly started to remove all the paper and masking tape. And after removing all of the paper and masking tape, there was a few spots I had to do some touch-up paint to, so I did that. And the very last step for completing our scythe is to seal it, and for this I used Createx Colors UVLS Satin Clear, applying this by hand with a paintbrush onto all surfaces of the piece. You can also do this by airbrush gun, but I prefer to do it by hand. Now you can go out into the world and collect your 99 souls and 1 witch to make your death scythe. Good luck! And that, guys, is how I painted Maka's Scythe Soul Evans from the anime Soul Eater, and I hope you found this video helpful for making your own scythe. And let me know in the comments what you think, and don't forget to like and sub to the channel, and I will see you for our next tutorial. Also, a big thank you to all of my sponsors as well as my legendary members here on YouTube. Much love, guys.